Hey everyone, it's that Math Magician. And on this video, I'd like for us to look at a new graph and determine whether or not it is or it isn't a function. So we have this graph here, it's kind of like a curve, and it's called g of x. And so what I want to do, just like I did in the previous video, is make a table of my inputs and my outputs and see whether or not it's a function or not. So let's go ahead and start off with looking at our first input. Over here on the left side, I have when x is -2. Okay, that's my least value for my x values. So I'm looking at when x is -2. Well, when x is -2, I go up to the graph. The graph is right here when x equals -2, and that is at +1. All right, so far so good. We got an input, we got an output. Let's keep working with this. The next one would be -1. So I go over here to 0. This is where -1 is. And I want to find out where my graph g of x is when I'm at x equals -1. Well, it looks like it's all the way up here at this point. Okay, so if this is 2 and this is 3, I would say let's call this 2.5. Okay, so far so good. Every input has one output. Let's keep doing this. I'm going to look at 0. And when I get to 0 here, I go up to where my function is. And it's right there at 3. Okay, again, so far so good. I haven't had an input repeat. Every input has had only one output. We're good. So for our next input, let's look at when x equals 1. So I go to my graph. Here is x equals 0. I go over to x equals 1. I move up, and it looks like this graph is right about there. And I would say that it also looks like it's 2.5, about 2.5. So I just want to reiterate that it is perfectly okay for us to have two of the same outputs come up for different inputs. Okay, it is okay for -1 and +1 to equal the same output. It's okay. What's not okay, and I want to make sure we're really getting this right, is that what's not okay is that when you have one input that has two different outputs. And hopefully you can see as we follow along this curve, okay, every input that I have, when x is 2, when x is 3, when x is 4, there is no spot on this graph where one of my inputs is going to have multiple outputs. Okay, so we're going to say that this is a function. Okay, it is a function because every input had one and only one output. It's that Math Magician, and I'll see you next time.